Good morning, humans. It's day 26 of exploring every corner of Thailand on this really small little motorbike. So far, we have done over 7,300 kilometers on this challenge. That's absolutely crazy to me. As well as completing the last 1,000 or so kilometers, I also have 2 more bucket list items to tick off, and I still need to reach the westernmost point of Thailand. We're going hunting for it today. It's somewhere buried in the forest, kind of northwest from here. So I need to make sure the bike is in tip-top condition, which is what I'm going to do right now. As the days go on, oh my God, I really look like a golf ball in this, don't I? How have I only just realized that now? As the days go on, it's taking more and more attempts to start this bike. I'm gonna go get some new oil and get the chain tightened, and then I'll find some breakfast and talk you through my foolproof plan for the day. Let's go. Yes, this seems very promising. What is this? Sawadika, are you here? Are you a bike mechanic? Yeah. Okay. Could you change the engine oil and tighten the chain on my bike? Okay. Okay. This is one thing that I found to be really common in Southeast Asia or Asia in general. This side of the road business kind of stuff. It just, life and everything you need just happens at the side of the road. I mean, look, I think the bike is, it's not even off the road. I'm on the side of the road with the bike right now while he's doing this. Now that is a tool rack right there. That is everything you could hope and dream. Everything he needs right there. After paying the very friendly mechanic for his service, I went searching Mae Sot for a place to eat breakfast, but it turns out Mae Sot doesn't seem to do breakfast. So instead I returned to the hotel with the healthiest alternative I could find. I didn't find anywhere to have a proper breakfast. Maybe I was just being blind. There's a good chance of that, actually. So instead, I stopped at a Big C Mini. Oh my God, that is like a solid, this used to go in a microwave. That is a solid slab of chocolate. I'll start with the chocolate, best way to start the day. So here's my foolproof plan for the day. So thing 1 of my foolproof plan was to get the bike sorted. So that's done already. I've already done one thing today. Thing 2, I have a 240 kilometer ride northwest-ish, deep into the mountains. When you look at this on a map, it looks like we're just going to be buried in forest, buried in mountains all day. And I've booked a place to stay already. My intention is to ride there, drop off my shit, and then go looking for the westernmost point of Thailand. Today, I will get as far west as I possibly can in Thailand. I'm going to chow this stuff down, then we're going to hit the road. What's this banana cake going to be like? Time to head north, baby. We are now pointed at the North Pole. It didn't take long before the mountains made their first appearance, and now they were here, they'd rarely leave for the rest of the series. And given the windy nature of mountainous roads, that was going to make today's journey its own adventure. This is probably going to happen a lot today, getting stuck behind other vehicles, particularly the big lorries. At least they're not the big buffeting crazy things that they are doing 80 kilometers on the highway. I hate it, 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 I hate it. Oh man, now that's a bump in the road. Oh, this road surface is gonna be Generally speaking, the roads have been very, very smooth and well maintained in Thailand. I don't know if my luck's about to run out on this loop though. Oh, hey, look at what we're about to go through, that's epic. This rock face. Look at the tree. That tree there, that's all its roots. What the, that's insane. Oh God, that's a snake. Oh, that's a snake. Oh, I don't know if my camera caught that. That was a snake. I'm in flip-flops. I don't know if the snakes here are particularly poisonous or are poisonous at all. But I don't want to find out. That is amazing. Look at that. right next to a shrine, and then the road. Ah, I hate snakes, I hate snakes. So many people just hanging out in the back of that truck there. There's a kid that keeps looking back at me. Over the other side of the river is Burma. Yeah, that's the same river that we were at last night. We're just far more out in the sticks. Now this would have been a good place to have watched the sunset. Well, I've just stopped by the side of the road right now to fly my drone, which is giving me grief as always with the frickin'... and also I forgot to put on sunscreen, so I'm gonna do that right now. I will not get burned 2 days in a row. I won't allow it to happen to me. Oh boy. And then just a few kilometers down the road.
Thank you.
Okay, Copen Cap, Copen Cap.
Honda Wave สีขาว
I'm okay. I don't need. Copen Cap, Copen Cap.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, bye-bye. I've never been stopped at the side of the road by the cops to get my passport before. They got photos with me and the passport, then me, the passport on the bike with the registration. I mean, we're very close to the Burmese border still, so I guess it's related to that. They offered me a drink at the end though. It was this really strong energy drink, so I was like, I wouldn't have drunk it, but very friendly chaps, very friendly chaps. I think what the hell? Okay, I need to see if I can find that. I need to see if I can get over there. What? I'm staggered. There's a temple on top of this tiny rock. Well, tall rock, but tiny at the same time. Oh my lord. Okay, I've got to be careful of these electrical wires then. Ugh. What a place. Okay, just stopped in this field to try and get the drone up and see what we got up there. All right, let's check this out. Boy, this mountain is high. It's like 200 meters, that thing. You see that up there? That looks like a temple. A temple on the hill. That was worth stopping for sure. Okay, if I'm gonna have any chance of hunting for the westernmost point, I just need to hit the road and get to my overnight stop, drop my stuff off, and then get hunting. Okay, let's go. Let's try and get out of this little dirt patch that I've ended up on. Woo! Hell yeah. Let's go, baby! Honestly, the last time I was somewhere that I can recall looking around and seeing scenery like this, I was down in an area of Thailand that the British government advised I shouldn't be. Then I would have missed all this.
And nestled within the mountains are these cute little towns, where it wasn't only the natural scenery which caught my eye.
I was just driving through this town looking for a gas station and I see this temple kind of thing. And yes, there's a dragon, which looks kind of interesting, but look at this tower. That tower, it's like the Leaning Tower of Mae Hong Son. That is absolutely mad. Sorry cat. I found a gas station in kind of the middle of nowhere. And I know I said I was just gonna keep on plowing on till I got to the overnight stop, but I've not had a proper local lunch in a few days, so. The magnet on the microphone is so strong it's holding the spoon. It's kind of awkward filming here just because it's so quiet. I'm one of about 20 people in this restaurant and nobody's talking. Wow. They're talking very quietly. I'll tell you one thing though. Stopping for food was a good decision. Look at this. Isn't that delicious? Also, something very funny but also kind of concerning just happened.
These seats, it wasn't just wobbly, I was literally bending the legs. They were probably going to break. So the lad just came up to me. I thought he was going to hand me another seat because this one was broken. He didn't, he just stacked two together. That right there is a sign that you're heavier than the locals. And I'm about to make myself heavier by eating this very quickly. That was one of the best meals I've ever had. It was just so tasty. Okay, it was a really good idea to stop. Although now I need to get back on the road. But first... So amazingly, that meal, the pork, the rice, and a bottle of water that she just gave me, it only cost 40 bucks. 40! That's nothing! That's nothing! I don't know how they do it. It makes me wonder how people make a living here. I must have read the menu wrong because I was fully about to hand a 60 and they were like, no, it's only 40. I was like, what? Oh gosh, what is this? Okay. Huh. What the hell has happened here? Look at this bridge. What on earth? I suspect that was due to a landslide. Oh, there was almost a crash behind me between those two trucks. Oh my gosh, I'm down to first gear. First gear on kind of a highway. But it turns out the struggles to climb the hills were worth it because there was a treat waiting at the top of every climb. Ready? Whoa. If I had a tent, this might just be the most amazing place to pitch. Look, it's so hazy. You can't really see the mountains in the distance, but they are there. It's rare that the view is so good that I don't feel the need to get the drone up. It's pretty amazing. Hello. Hello, Sawadee Ka. Who knows what's in those bags? Tell you what, this bike ride I'm finding very tiring. Whenever there's downhill, my muscles are like tensing up to make sure I don't lean too far forward. And then when it's uphill, I'm just concentrating so hard to make sure I'm in the right gear. I mean, I'm concentrating the whole time, frankly. Back on the road, usual service had resumed. Come on, second gear, what have you got? Not much, it turns out. I have a funny feeling over the tip of this hill it'll be a good view. Here's hoping. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh boy, now it's downhill a lot. Meow, meow, meow. Oh my lord. Oh, they are angry bulls. Literally just in the middle of the road there. In the moments I wasn't having to avoid free-range cows, I was just enjoying and taking in the views. No Name is working very hard. Just gonna let him cool for a moment. Let's see if I can... Yeah. Hope there's no snakes here. It's so hazy you can't really see very clearly the mountains in the background. I think it's safe to say we're at quite an altitude right now. No idea how high. All I know is we've still got many kilometers to go. This bike is working so hard to get up these hills. It's not meant for this. Like, I keep saying it, but this bike isn't really meant for this type of stuff. You're doing well, No Name. And you, Henri, you're doing a great job. Because I was now getting closer to my overnight stop, I was looking for a way to reach the westernmost point. However, something I noticed was that the nearest road to Thailand's westernmost point was actually in Burma. And on the Thai side, there was no roads for more than 20 kilometers, which meant that when I arrived at my hostel, I had some thinking and decision making to do. Well, hello doggo. This guy has just arrived in Mae Sariang. Sariang? I think Sariang. When the owner was showing me around, he said if I wanted to go and smoke weed, I'm welcome to smoke on the roof, just don't smoke in the room. Good to know, sir, in a country where I'm pretty sure it's very illegal. I stopped and had a look at the map, and now I've looked at it again, and I've realised a bit of a problem. And what I realised was this. When I went to the northernmost point, I was on a road by the side of a river. It was unspectacular. The most interesting part was actually the border town about 10 kilometers along. Later that day, I learned about the history of opium in the area. Then when I went to the southern tip, it meant going through a region was untouched and beautiful, and it blew my mind how pretty it was. But I would have never gone there if I wasn't searching for the southern tip. And then when I went to the east a few days ago, yes, I managed to stand right on the easternmost point, but what I remember from that day was playing volleyball in the Mekong River on the Thai-Lao border at sunset with a whole bunch of local kids and their families. It was one of those memories that will be etched into my brain for years to come. None of those experiences or places that I've seen en route to get to each of those points would I have ever had, would I have ever seen, if I wasn't trying to get to those corners. And it made me realize that's the point of this challenge. It's not to say at one point I was the northernmost person, one point I was the easternmost person in Thailand. That's not why I've done it. That's not what I'll remember. What I'll remember is the things that I wouldn't have done if I hadn't have tried to have reached those corners. And so I know right now, unless I go to another country, I will never reach the westernmost point of this country. It's just too densely packed with rainforest. I would have to go hiking for days through a rainforest to get there. So as disheartening as it is that I won't reach the actual point, I've decided to do something else instead. Instead of trying to just plow aimlessly into the rainforest, hoping to just see how far west I can get for the sake of it, I'm going to enjoy this town that I'm in and go and find somewhere awesome here to watch this sunset, which will go down in about an hour, and take in this town instead. Because this might not be the westernmost point, but it's definitely the westernmost town in Thailand. And that's still a pretty significant thing. So that's what I'm gonna do this evening. Get back out on the road a little bit, see if we can't find a great spot to close out this day and the final corner of the challenge. Anyway, let's go get the sunset. Lord help me if I ever have kids trying to get them into the different baby strap harness things. I returned to the road and went in search of my ideal sunset spot. And as soon as I'd escaped the town, that wasn't actually too hard. I've parked the bike just here. Look at it, it's really cute. And the sun is still high enough in the sky. This is so cute. Look at these. There's a wat. Well, I've come out here. Sawadee ka, sawadee ka. Everyone's so friendly. I've come out here because according to Google Maps, there's Old Wiangwam temple ruins somewhere out here in the field somewhere. I think an old ruined temple would be a cool spot to watch the sunset from. It's buried in the undergrowth here somewhere. Look at how cute this is. You got all of these, and then there's a little stream. There's something rustling in there. Probably another bloody snake, isn't it? Okay, one last look through there. If not, I'm just gonna chill back there for the sunset. Given that I saw a snake in the undergrowth earlier, I'm not a huge fan of this. Tell you what I'm gonna do, because if I were to get there, the trees are then blocking the sunset. I'm actually gonna go back to the little farm area. I'm gonna get the drone in the air, and maybe I can see it then. I'm going to try and see if I can find this temple. Well, that's where it would be. That's Google Maps markings of it. Also, Google Maps has photos of this, so I suspect it's just got overgrown in recent years. Okay, but this is, I don't even mind. This is beautiful. Look at these fields. You know, I'm sure there might be a few of you that would say I will have failed in my mission or my challenge to have reached every corner, and by technical definitions, yeah, you're right, you're right. But I stand by what I said earlier. This sunset is one of the best I've ever seen. And this, just like all of the other things I've done other places that I've been to reach all these corners. This one's gonna stick in my mind for a long time as well. And I didn't get bitten by a snake today, so that's freaking bonus as well. Goodbye, sun. You know, after today, I've only got 3 more opportunities for sunsets. I love this country. While there's still light in the air, I'm going to get my what 3 words in for the day. I think this hut is perfect. There's a location for it, so I'm gonna do just that. Well, now that all of that magnificence is done, I've been trying to get a decent sunset. You know, pretty much every episode now every episode, the architect is now happy that he's got one, and he's gonna go get some dinner. These dogs are goddamn aggressive, man. They actually scared the shit out of me when they just came there. I thought I was gonna have to finish this episode by saying, well, I didn't get bitten by a snake, but I got bit by a f***ing dog, didn't I? Yeah, that's it, chill out. Yeah, you chill out. Alright, I'm going before I get eaten alive. It's now much later. What even is the time? 7:30. How about that? Sawadee-ka. Oh, you do pad thai?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I found a little pad thai place just down the road from the hostel. I really like this town already. It's good vibes in this town, it's good vibes. Why couldn't those aggressive dogs just be like this little doggo here? He's so cute. He just wants to get all the love. Really? Oh. Yeah, she literally just makes the pad thai at the side of the road. It's great. I really like it here. I'm very, very happy. I know today didn't go exactly as planned. Although, let's be honest, when do my foolproof plans ever actually work out? But I think we can say we have achieved the 4 corners. Kind of. Just. Yeah. I'm going with it. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna munch some pad thai and I'm gonna be a very happy boy. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for sticking through all 4 corners. We've still got 2 more of the 12 bucket list items to go. It's going to be a great way to finish this adventure. These next few days are going to be awesome. All right, thank you for sticking with me.